Alright everyone, welcome back. Now, in this lecture, we are going to talk about how we can build our tree structure in our parent drop-down array. Okay, so here what I am showing you is that basically this should be in a way like if I try to add any title under development, this should become a tree-like structure and development then that another category. Okay, that's how it should behave. So I have pasted a code. So first of all, let me show you what this code is doing. So I have declared two functions. These are basically the two functions. The first function helps us to build a tree. Now this function is a recursive function. What it is doing is basically this is fetching all the categories from the database as an array. This is running a for each loop on that and checking if the parent ID is equals to this parent ID. Okay, if it is, then it is basically using a recursive function, and then what it is doing is that it is basically recursively it is checking and we are passing the ID of that, and then it is converting all those childrens and saving that into the category array, and then the category array is finally converted into branch of categories, and then the branch is finally returned. Here you can see that I am fetching all the categories array from database in the form of array. I am passing those categories array to this build tree table. Okay, sorry, the build tree function. Now the last part is basically I am converting that tree which is returned into the HTML options. How is that working? It also a recursive function and it is pretty straightforward. We are getting the categories, we are using the indentation, and we are also passing the selected ID as well. So here you can see we are running the categories for each loop. We are checking if there is any selected value. We are also repeating the indentation. So indentation is basically helps us if there are any child categories. And then we are converting or writing the HTML of the option. And then again we are checking if there are any children. We are just rerunning this function again and again. Now, if we take a look at here on the front end, right now you can see we have development and business. Now let's open the Udemy and check what is under the development. So here we have web development, mobile development, programming languages. So let's choose the development and I'm going to use web development and let's submit. Now the category has been inserted. Let's first of all take a look at our database and see if we are getting any parent ID. In this scenario, we are not actually getting any sort of parent ID. The reason is that inside our add, we are actually not using any name here. Okay, so we need to make sure that we do specify the name. Now here you can see that we now have a web development which comes under this development category. Now if I reload this page and see, we now have the web development coming under the development. And if I select the development again and I choose mobile development, hit submit. Now you can see we now have mobile development as well. So let's try to more data over here below the web development, and below the web development I say React JS, submit, and here you can see again we have web development and React JS. Again, if I try to enter like Vue.js, here it works Vue.js, and lastly let's also use Laravel. So it also comes under the web development, and this works like no matter how deep you want to go, this will work the most deepest way, the most you want in that way. Okay, so since we have created a structure in such a way that it can go up to unlimited number of parent and child hierarchy. All right, so that's about it for this section. In the next section, we will talk about how we can pull all the categories and display all them here. And we will also work on updating the categories as well. That's about it. And I will see you in the next one.